I'm here to tell you briefly about myself, but introduce you to Motion Dispatch. So, as Howard said, my name is John Cody. I've had an interesting career in the broadband television space. I started as ran policy for Michael Powell at the FCC, and I'm actually the architect of the nation's broadband policy. From there, I went to Fox and spent the last 6 years at Fox running, really as an entrepreneur, their digital video businesses. Included as part of a team that helped found and create Hulu. I was the launch GM of Hulu, and also ran a group called Fox Digital Media, which oversaw all the digital of Fox's 30 broadcast and cable networks. I've recently, in the last month, started my own company in the broadband television programming and production space, and that's what attracted me to Motion Dispatch. When I look at what these guys are trying to do, I'd say there's 4 things that you'll hear about that attracted me. The first, very simply, is they're solving a real-world problem that I saw at Hulu, at Fox, and it's a big problem. Their opportunity here is not only here locally, but is around the world. As for us, when I think of broadband television as the future of television, the 4th generation of television, you know, if you think about it from a stats perspective, 1.2 billion people around the world last October watched video on the internet. So they've got a worldwide opportunity. Thirdly, their solution, as you'll see, is both low cost and scalable. Low cost for the end user, scalable for the company, and really, I think, a solid team that has been around, knows the space, knows not only the old school media space, but the new space. So for that, I recommend highly Motion Dispatch.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you guys sticking into the end of the presentations. Obviously, you're probably a little tired. I like to think they saved the best for last, but we're not last. We're second to last. So we'll see how that goes. Let's get right to it. Motion Dispatch. Our mission is to bring content to the world. I'm Scott Lichter. I'm co-founder and CEO of Motion Dispatch. I have 20 years of experience in the entertainment space, 10 of which in the digital video space, and I've launched 4 startups in that time. My co-founder and CTO, Brian, has been working in the digital video space with leading technology companies for the last 15 years. He's helped launch, raise, and exit 3 different startups. And this is really our greatest asset, our team. We've built our reputation over the years as expert R&D, problem solvers, and pioneers in the digital video service space. And it just keeps growing. We have a slew of amazing advisors and investors that have joined us and that we couldn't be more happy with. But since we're talking about ourselves, I think I should tell you a little about me. It's a secret actually. No one really knows. It's a dark secret. I love moonlighting. I can't get enough of it. Matty Hayes, the banter, breaking the 4th wall. It's a spectacular show. But here's the problem. You can't find it online. It's not available at iTunes or Hulu or Netflix. It's just not out there. Why? Because it costs too much. It's just too expensive. For many TV shows and films and archives, the cost to get this to manage and distribute to the market exceeds anything they're going to make in potential revenue. The ROI just isn't there. In fact, $2 billion is spent annually serving just 1% of the market of the available content. That means that there's a slew of content that's still out there. They can't break in. They're not taking advantage of the amazing growth and the explosion in the digital video space. So what does this cost that's holding them back? Well, it becomes from traditional service costs. That's who's doing this stuff, brick and mortar companies. It's labor, it's rental, it's hardware amortization. These are the costs that are building up that hurdle. But if you can bring that down, if you can lower that, then things will get into the marketplace. You've changed things in a big way, a big way, and that's exactly what Motion Dispatch is looking to do. How do we do it? We do it by offering the first ever software as a service platform to manage and distribute your content. We charge through a flat subscription fee with transactional fee for each title you deliver. This is architected on a highly scalable cloud infrastructure, which helps us remove and lower that hurdle on those costs, meaning we can offer enormous discounts to the content providers. Let me give you a real world example. In Moonlighting's case, the content owner decides they're going to give me, their biggest fan, they're going to put this stuff online. So they take 1 season and they push it to 3 outlets. But the only place to go is these traditional places. So they go to there, and sitting on their desk after they're done is a bill for $43,000. Had they gone to Motion Dispatch, that would have cost $3,500. That's a big change. It's simple math. For content owners, the math is simple. Here's what else is simple. Going to the platform, it's as simple as picking a title, picking the episode that you want, the version. You can go and check the preview file, make sure it's the right one, check the metadata. Then you simply pick, where am I delivering it to? In this case, it's Amazon Instant. You click on that. You can add a start date and any notification that the process has started, anyone you want in the loop. You hit submit, and there it goes. But who wants this? Who's out there that's actually looking for this? Well, as they say, we got out of the building, and we went to talk to content providers and distributors and distribution outlets, and it's a unanimous interest. They all see the value for their piece in the supply chain. But you know what? My mother said it, talk is cheap. So we went out and we got 27,000 hours secured for launch content at launch. That equates in revenue to $3.8 million in the first year. So how do we find more? This sounds great. We go where the marketplace where content is. That's events at like South by Southwest or MIPCOM or AFI. We take advantage of our partnerships with the distribution outlets and the distributors to refer us content. But the most important thing is the thousands of contacts that we have from working in this space for years and years. So who else is in this space? Well, there's a few folks. You could go to a big place like Deluxe. They service the 1%, but they're going to charge you studio rates, and they're offline. You could go to outlets like Go Digital, but in that case, they're serving the 1% as well, but in that case, they're going to gouge you by taking a percentage of your content, sometimes as high as 50%, and they're going to charge you back for packaging the content before you get a dime. The third, you can go to a smaller outlet like Dogma Studios. You might even get a better prices, 20 or 30% off, but it's still slow and it's still offline. How do I know so much about these competitors? I actually own Dogma Studios. I started it 12 years ago, and I've been prospering from this pricing, the traditional pricing for years. But now I'm building Motion Dispatch because I know there's something better, and I'm doing it to disrupt this marketplace. So our timeline, we're currently integrating with Amazon and Hulu. We're adding content to the platform, all for our November launch. We're in the process of getting certified by iTunes, and in early 2013, we look to have iTunes and Google Play switched on for all our content partners. Look forward to talking to you after. We'll be in the back. Thank you.